Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to bring you guys a controversial video on Anastasia's Subculture palette. So basically, I'm going to start this video off with a talk-through tutorial. I'm going to whip open this palette with some brand new clean brushes, and I'm just going to get right into it. I'm going to show you some colors I've already used. I'm going to try to use some colors I haven't used. We're going to see what happens, if what people are saying is true or not. And then I'm going to finish off the video after I finish my look with my final thoughts, my review, whether or not you should buy the palette or not, and yeah, so let's just get into that tutorial. So I have my palette over here, and I have my handy dandy brushes right here. These are basically the brushes that I use for every eye look that I do. I have duplicates of them and everything because I love them. I have blending brushes, lid brushes, the bottom shader brush, I have everything. So I'm gonna see if these shadows work with these brushes. I was hearing and I watched a lot of the tutorials that people try different brushes, whether they were synthetic hairs, real hairs, all that in between. So we're gonna see if that makes any difference or if there is no difference because this palette works for me or doesn't. We're gonna see. But yeah, so let's just hop into putting the shadows on our eyes. I'm gonna start with Dawn as a transition color because I didn't use that in my last look. I just like played with it and then never used it. So we are going to go in with one of my favorite brushes for transition, and I think this is the crease brush from Royal & Landnickel for part of their metallics collection. The Dawn did create fallout and it fell into electric, and this is the amount that's on my brush from like only 2 or 3 taps. So that shade to me doesn't have a lot of fallout. That's kind of the normal in most shadow palettes. So I'm just going to bang that off so I don't have too much. Can't really see too much fallout falling from it. And I'm going to use my little handy dandy Anastasia mirror. Honestly, the shade is impressing me. It's not as bad as people have said it is. It's not as dark either, because some people's is coming out really dark when they were expecting a very light transition shade. So we are going to just continue to blend that. So I would say yes to the shade Dawn, and let's continue. So next, I obviously have to dip into that controversial mustard yellow shade that everyone is talking about, which is Edge. Oh, the beloved Edge. I bought this palette for the color Edge because I don't own any mustard yellows. I don't even think I own a yellow eyeshadow in general. So this shirt inspired me to use Edge. And yeah, we're gonna see how that works. I'm grabbing a Morphe M330 brush, which is one of my favorite crease brushes because I do have a small hooded eyelid. This helps me get it because it's kind of pointed. And yeah, let's just dip into Edge. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go in a little live. And let's look for this because it's a little hard to look on camera. So I'm going to push a little. Honestly, the fallout is not bad at all on my palette. I'm just going to dab that off so we don't go into too heavy-handed. I'm going to grab a little bit more because it kind of all of it off. But alright, so let's get into it. I'm going with a super light hand, which was what was recommended on Anastasia's Instagram stories. I barely put any product on my brush because normally I would, oh, okay. We are getting some patchiness going on here. As you can see, guys, this is live. This is what's happening. So we are getting a dark brown color is starting to develop right here, as well as right in this outer corner. As you can see, I had the littlest amount of product that you could possibly have on a brush, and it is already doing this patchy effect. So I'm going to try to see if I can blend this out without putting any more product on my brush, but it seems to just making it worse, guys. It's literally like, how does one work with this? Like, how do you even fix this? So, guys, this is the result of Edge. So this would be my second transition color technically before I put a darker color in the outer corner. If I come closer, you can totally see that on this eye, there is patchiness right here and here. And on this eye, it is impossible to blend out this dark patchy spot or spatch, I'll call it, spot patch, and a little darkness in the upper center of my crease. Yeah, I don't think any amount of blending is honestly going to help the patchiness. I feel like it is just going to make it worse. So I'm just going to continue to leave these eyes just like it is and move on to the next color and the next brush. So let me see if I can take a picture right now. I will show you guys. Okay, just took the picture. That's what it looks more like in real life. Don't mind the pimple. Like, I'm speechless. Not as bad. Nah, not as bad. It's going on the red purple, so I have to say it's true to color right now. Oh, there we go. There we go. It is turning as I'm blending into, you guys could see it. It's going from reddish purple to almost a just purple. The red is gone. And now it looks like I have a bruised eye. I didn't realize that I'm using colors that literally literally looks like I have a black eye. This is horrible, horrible. Guys, I really went in trying to be positive and trying to see if all these rumors and crazy videos would be fake or twisted in some sort of way, but y'all, I can't even lie about this. You guys see this on my, like, what is this blending? There's no way to blend it without it not blending. Like, these shadows don't blend softly into the eye. I don't know this. This is ridiculous. So for my eyelid, I'm going to be using a brush that has no more. I think this is a Morphe brush, to be honest. I just washed it too many times that the label came off. But, so we are going to dip into Adorn. I'm going to try to use Adorn dry because normally with metallic shades, I go in with Fix Plus on my brush first. Or actually, lately I've been using Urban Decay setting spray just because I feel like it makes them last longer on my eyelid. So we're going to dip into it to see if it has fallout. Almost none, actually. There's almost no fallout on the top. Guys, this gives me hope. I really never do a dark color like this on my eyelid, but this is already looking botched. So we're just gonna try for it all. So let me get my handy dandy mirror going on, and we are gonna try this out, guys. So I'm gonna lightly pat because I want to create as little to no fallout as possible. This is pretty. This eyeshadow, wow. Okay, this impresses me. So far, no patchiness with this. I haven't had to wet the actual brush, but we are getting some fallout down here with this shadow. So far, none of the shadows have literally given me almost no fallout on my eyes, which is impressive for the amount of fallout it's giving me on the actual palette itself, but really no fallout on my face. Let me try to get some more product because this eye, it's going on a little. As you can see, I put the same amount in that I was able to do with one, and now this one is acting finicky. Okay. So I'm going to try to blend that into the crease. Maybe it'll make that red look better. That is with the color Adorn, which is that metallic bronzy shade added to my eye. This eye is more metallic-y than this eye. No matter how much product I added, I could not get it as shiny as that one. I'm not going to pop out Fudge. I'll just swatch it from here. So I'm going to swatch it on this hand, I guess. So let's see. I'm going to use my middle finger for this, and I'm just going to get a good swatch-oly. Swatch-oly, swatch-oly. Very, very pigmented. It is like butter. I probably didn't even have to swatch that hard, to be honest. And I'm going to put that closer to my wrist. So the swatch closer to my wrist is going to be the original single shadow fudge. And let's see that guy in action. Let's go. Oh, don't want to give you guys the middle finger. Like, that is butter. That is what you want in an eyeshadow. Like, fudge in the palette. So I'm going to do it with my middle finger. It is very, very soft. It's almost... That's how it looks on this finger. Pretty pigmented, honestly. Can't complain about that. And we're going to do that closer to this part of my hand so that it's separated. And let's do this guy. They are two different colors. You can clearly see it clear as day. This is the original fudge. It is fudge-like, like the candy. Dark, milky, chocolate brown. This fudge is like a burnt orange brown. It has those orange undertones. Caramelly. Looks like caramel fudge. That's what it should be called. So clearly, if it's supposed to be like one of their single shadows, like being everyone's saying, then they are totally different colors and they're not the same at all. Alrighty guys, so here it is. My final thoughts and review on this palette is I was personally so hyped on getting this palette. I waited at my doorstep for it. I played with it the first hour. It was a little finicky. It was pretty bad. I didn't use any of these colors because that original yellow was giving me so much trouble. So I wiped my eye makeup off and I created another look that looked okay on camera when I took a picture and created a video on my Instagram, which I will also link that video below so you guys can see those colored shadows in action because I didn't use them in this video today. But I say the fallout on some shadows is worse than others. Is that a total negative on not getting this palette? No, that probably wouldn't stop me if that was the only negative. But the negative about this palette itself is what the eyeshadows are physically doing. So when they go on, they're fine. But as you're blending, literally in front of your eyes, they are changing color. They are becoming patchy. They're unblendable at a point. And that is just not okay in an eyeshadow palette for me because you can't work with it. It's getting me frustrated looking at it. It's separating. Not something I really like or enjoy that it's doing. So the colors are absolutely stunning. They are a combination of colors that has not been put out in front of people, giving you that very 70s vibe, the mustardy, grunge colors, just as described by Norvina, who was creating the palette. But when performed, they fail at performance. I'm going to say this palette is a fail for me, which is super upsetting because you guys know I use Anastasia products on the daily. Alrighty guys, so that is my thoughts on the CREASE Subculture palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Put down in the comments below your thoughts, if you bought it, if you're gonna buy it, if you're gonna return it, all that type of jazz, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!